Mike Lee in the building.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
Not much, Mike.
Hey,
We
sorry, man.
appreciate you.
I know it's been a minute, man. We've been missing times and everything.
It's all good, man. We making it happen. This is our 50th episode.
Okay.
We held it for you, so we appreciate you just joining us and just rapping. We want to talk to you about just your career, how you got to that point, maybe even talk a little bit about the finals. I know you had to watch it, so definitely talk about that. But we want to know about Mike Lee. We want to know about the Globetrotter lights out. We want to know about all of that.
Okay, where y'all want to start?
Let's start with once you graduated from Wayne.
Yeah.
Graduated from Wayne. Dakota Wesley.
Yeah. From there, no, I went to JUCO though. I went to Owens Community.
You went to Owens, okay.
Community. I went there first. I went there for 2 years. I graduated with my associates. You know what I'm saying? I was freshman of the year there. Then I messed my knee up. What a lot of people don't know, I messed my knee up. I had a dearranged knee. I set out for 9 months. I wasn't even going to hoop again. I was like, man, I'm straight for real. But no, my one of my pop's friends, his name was Dale Green. He's a professor down at Dakota Wesley. He the one that came and got me out the basement. He said, man, hey, man, no, you still got a couple more years, come trial in South Dakota. So I went out there, won the trial, and the rest was history. They signed me with a full ride, and that was it.
Nice. Man. So after you graduated college, was it straight to the Globetrotters, or what happened after college?
No, after college, I was actually trying to go overseas. I played for the Australia select team, the Eurobasket team. I made that team, but I didn't have the money or funds to go to the little tour. So I just sat out so I didn't have the money to go to the tour, and then that was it. And then my same dude, Daryl Green, he had a connection out for the Globetrotters with Al Clocker. His name is Al Clocker. He said, hey, man, you want to try out for the Globetrotters? The first time, he asked me twice. He said, man, you want to play for the Globetrotters? I said, no, man, I ain't really feeling that. I'm trying to hoop. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I like to foul people sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was like, no. So I set out another year play ABA, play for the Motor City Firebirds. And that probably developed my game a lot. And then he called again, like, man, you sure you don't want to play? Try it out. I said, man, you know what, man, I tried it. I'll give it out. And that was it. They flew me to Long Island, New York. We had a tryout. We ain't do no tricks. There was no tricks. A lot of people think Globetrotter just tricks and just gimmicks. No, there was no tricks. Trial was 2 hours long, just strictly basketball. And the rest was history.
I dig that. That's pretty cool. What's the tour like? Like who? Because everyone knows about the Globetrotters, but like as far as your opponents, how is that selected? Like are those just other pro-am teams?
Those guys are just they're winners basically. You know what I'm saying? It's all together. So the generals, they just hand selected very good ball players from D1, D2, and we just go at it every day. And you still got to come on your A game though, because those guys come take your spot.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So every day it's not what people see. They just come to the game and think it's just full of just tricks and stuff. No, most of them times we really out there going at each other next because they still can come take your spot at any time, any moment.
Wow.
Yeah,
so I know a lot of with the Globetrotters. I mean, y'all travel all across the world.
Yep.
Right. So just tell us about just some of the places that you've been, or some of the just some of your favorite places that you've been, or you had an opportunity to go and travel and just get immersed in that culture a little bit.
Top five, I would say Spain, like all of Spain, Barcelona, Madrid, that's beautiful. Milan, Italy, Paris, France, Rome, there's a lot of culture and history in Rome, and Sweden. I like Sweden. Sweden was peaceful. Sweden is definitely a vibe. Food, good food too.
Was there any countries that you were like surprised how much like their culture really loved basketball?
Yeah, Spain.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Spain was crazy. All our games were sold out basically. Standing room only. Madrid, I think Barcelona, 12,000, 15,000 fans. A lot of love, like going to the bus. You know, like how you would see on the movies, and you get off the bus and everybody's surrounded. That's that type of love out in Spain. Spain was definitely a culture shock for me too. And you know how you get that like, man, you gonna go out the country and they don't like Americans and you gotta be careful. Don't eat their food. No, I think United States is the worst when it comes to all that, man. Spain, everywhere out the country, man, and food was good. It was, you know what I'm saying, natural is home out the country. And a lot of love out there. It wasn't really I ain't really come across that or encounter none of that other stuff they was talking about as far as that.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be my question is like, you know, understanding that like the Harlem Globetrotters just has a rich history here in the US, right? And that's what's gonna be my question around like just is it that same fanfare as you traveling across these different continents and going to these different countries? Is it that same amount of like fanfare? I know you mentioned Spain, so it seems like they have it there, but like what about some of the other countries? Is that same type of just level of like respect and interest and like just understanding what the Globetrotters are?
Yeah, especially everywhere out the country. I say our fan base is more. I would say our fan base is more popular outside the country. Outside of the countries than here. Because our games would be kind of scarce, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was lack of marketing or, you know what I'm saying, word wasn't just out or just, you know what I'm saying, we competing with the NBA and all that type of stuff. But outside the country, it's a lot of love. Any other countries that I've been to, it was a lot of love, I would say. A lot of love.
So you get to a country, would you have like a lot of time between a game or between games to go like explore and kind of do your thing?
Yes. You get time, and a lot of time when we go out to country, they give us a couple of days off to do that. So I'll say, like when I was in Rome, I got a chance to go see the Colosseum and all that, Paris, you know what I'm saying, the Eiffel Tower and all that different stuff. So you get it, and then Amsterdam, the Anne Frank, and it's you get a lot of time for that. They give us the days off. They will look out in that.
That's
in that
cool,
aspect, as far as getting the tours.
I want to know about like the stuff that's like when you're not in front of fans. Like, what's the practices like? What's the workouts like? Like, just what's that process like of being a Globetrotter? I know the travel, but like, what's the grind like of being a Globetrotter?
The grind is an everyday grind. We practice every day. Every day before the games, we practice for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Then you still gotta practice after the games. Like, as we really get no sleep because you got to think about we playing about 100 and some games a year.
Damn.
A year.
Wow.
Yes. And that's between 3 different units. There's 3 units. There's a red unit, a white unit, and a blue unit, just to tour all those cities around the world in the United States. And the grind is crazy, man. The grind is crazy. You really sleep. You got to value sleep and get it while you can. Sleep fast out there because it's fast and it's every day. Like I said, when I first got with them, we really didn't go over nothing. They just gave me a ball and said, take the ball to the room. You got to learn your tricks, and that's on you to ask the veterans. You know what I'm saying? What to do or piece stuff together and what should I do, what not to do. They really just give you a ball and say go.
Hey, so is there like innovators on the team that really come up with the tricks and stuff like that, and you kind of just learn from people in front of you?
Scooter, Bull Bully. His name was Bull Ballard. Those are 2 guys who I really say are real innovative with that ball. They brought some different stuff to light.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
so how does the name? Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying Scooter to me was the best as far as ball handling and all the tricks and stuff. Scooter he was it. We call him Shane Ray.
Okay. So how did you get the name Lights Out?
Lights Out, they gave it to me. So at first I was Turbo, which was considered I was Turbo. Yeah, it was Turbo. Then that kind of stuck with me, and then they switched it up. Like man, we gotta switch your name. Like Turbo don't even fit you. And then they gave me Lights Out. That was it.
Now is it because of just the J? Is it
Yeah,
because of the
gotta be
jumper?
the jumper. I ain't really missing too much. I ain't really gonna miss a lot. So it got it. Just all jumpers.
I got you.
Now,
All
as far as
jumpers.
go ahead, E.
I was just gonna say, because me and Mo are big shoe guys. What's like the sponsor as far as like the gear you guys wear? Were you guys like sponsored under like Nike or Jordan, or could you guys just like wear like whatever you want type
No,
of thing?
I don't know. I don't know if we respond. I want to say all that. I think they just, you know what I'm saying, like get the team shoes and
Mm-hmm.
probably like go got, you know what I'm saying, pick it that way, hand pick the shoes.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think we sponsored by nobody. We had champion sponsors and stuff like that, but as far as gear wise, no, man.
It was just you could
Shoes,
pick whatever.
just pick something and just go with it.
Whatever looks dope. I like that.
So you talk about like the competition and the practices and every day. Like who was the toughest person to go? You know, that you just had those battles with in practice every day.
In practice, like I said, when we had practice though, we really we really just perfecting our craft. Like if you shooting fours, you doing your tricks, you doing your tricks. But when it was time to hoop and time to get serious, I say my biggest competition had to be Angelo Sharpless.
Okay.
Angelo Sharpless. He nice. Because he can dribble, he get you in the post, he can shoot, he'll dunk on you if you ain't careful.
Yeah.
He not gonna dunk on me. I ain't playing none of that. But yeah. Angelo was definitely different. And he had to try out with the Indiana Pacers. He real. He was nice.
Nice.
And Devin Douglas too. Devin Douglas was nice too. He play overseas. He play over there in Mexico now.
Okay.
Yeah, those two guys I'd say really they real.
How many years did you play?
7.
Dang. So you were a vet by the end. Was it like those last couple of years? Did you know like it was winding down, it was over, or like was it like a burnout feeling, or just like you were like, this is like, you know, the end of this period and I'm ready to move on type of thing?
Yeah, well, with me, everybody's story different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own little story on why they left and why they did things. For me, man, it was more so just I wanted something else. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you start to realize you make so many people happy, you ain't winning no championship, man. You kind of want something else. And then I got my daughter, you know what I'm saying, the financial issues with the Globetrotters and all that. So it was just my time was up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to just be making everybody else happy and I ain't happy. That's really.
For sure. That's a real story.
Yeah.
So now that you kind of, you know, put things aside with the Globetrotters, what's going on now? I know you got your camp up at the complex going on, but what else? Talk to us about the camp, or what other things you have kind of going on, you know, now that you kind of put the Globetrotters to the side.
Well, yeah, I got my team. I got an AAU team. It's called The Future. We based out in Detroit. I train. I try to get back as much as I can at the complex. That's why I'm at the complex, just to, you know what I'm saying, give those kids a sense of hope. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody could do it. You just got to focus and put all the bull aside. I got my own trucking business. So I really just sitting back now, man, enjoying my daughter. For real.
That's what's up.
That's awesome. Love it. What'd you think of the finals, man? Were you expecting the Warriors to pull it off?
Yeah, I was just talking to my man over at Basketball Junkie. His name Martez Abney. I told him, I said, look, man, Warriors are 6. After they was down 2, I said, man, they gonna win 3 straight. I'm telling you, I'm like, no, they ain't gonna. I'm telling you, bro, they got their number now. I knew the Warriors was gonna win. They too much. It's too much, and they've been there before. They too young.
I was riding the hype with the Celtics because I just felt like they had just a tougher role to get there. I didn't think that the Warriors could really kind of match that. And and honestly, I underestimated how good Wiggins is defensively, because the way that he kind of had Tatum shell shocked those last couple of games. I mean, dude had 100 turnovers during the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm adjusting that. No, he's not a top 5 player. I was
Who Tatum?
Yeah, I was telling Mo before, because of his run, he was playing great throughout the playoffs, and I was like, you know, if he balls out here in the finals, like He's in my top 5 as far as like current players. And he just, that wasn't. He's young. Like I don't want to shit on him, but that was not acceptable. Like I don't think he's a superstar yet.
Yeah, you can't shit on him. He definitely got game. He definitely gonna be one of them top 10. But I think in those pressure moments, you got to think they studying you game by game. So all those habits that you got, those flaws, they picking up on. Oh, he only like to go right. He only got a couple counter moves, and they really sit there and study. And then you going against Stephen and Clay and like you said, Wiggins. I didn't even know he played D like that.
Yeah, bro, he was bonding up.
I mean, and the thing was, I didn't notice Kendrick Perkins mentioned it. Like they used to work out. Him and Tatum used to work out with the same trainer, so they were working out with one another, defending one. So like, and that's what Kendrick Perkins was like. Y'all guys got to stop like being so friendly during the summer and wanting to work out and everything, because like that could be a hindrance to you. Yeah. You know, as you're going up against these guys, because they know your moves, because they've been, been practicing with one another. So, but yeah, I underestimated Wiggins. To me,
I definitely did it.
Wiggins to me was the second best player in the finals. Like even past Tatum, even past Brown. Like Wiggins, what he did defensively, rebounding the ball, score. Like dude really kind of showed up.
He was definitely an X factor, man. I didn't even see that in this game. I didn't even know he had that type of game. He just came out of nowhere and like, look, I'm done playing with you. And you got to think those guys are younger. That's like a kid from freshman going into varsity, and they coming to you in the last turn, being like, look, we about to take over. After they done won a couple games, them varsity guys gonna be like, look, man, it's time to stop playing with these boys. Mm-hmm. That's how it is. They was just too. I think they were too young, too inexperienced. And the heat of that pressure got on them. But then, come on,
it showed. It showed.
Do you guys think that Celtics core could break through, like with a little more time, or do you think they need something else?
No, I don't know. I think that's it, because you got to think they go-to man for a couple of those games was Al Horford. They need you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They need another piece. They need another piece. I would say. I'll say. If they was gonna win a ring, this was the year for them to do it, because I don't see none of those guys. You know what I'm saying? You got the Memphis coming back full throttle. You got Denver coming back.
The Clippers are about to
Jamal Murray. Yeah, you got some guys that ain't even play.
Yeah,
right.
I think next year. Yeah, the Clippers is probably. I think the Clippers is probably gonna be the most dangerous team next year, because, like with Ty Lue coaching. And now you got your two dogs like back and fully helped. Like that team to me is scary.
The Clippers, I think Denver gonna be scary, because you got Jamal Murray coming back and Michael Porter Jr. That's a lot.
That's a lot. They just don't play no defense. They don't play no defense, bro.
Who don't?
Michael Porter Jr. for damn sure don't play no defense.
Hey, but look, man, when it's 5-on-5, you gotta think. You ain't gotta play defense all the time, because you got
they gotta play some D, bro. They can't be out there just trying to outscore everybody. They ain't got it like that.
Hey, Steph don't got no D either, bro.
He doesn't.
Steph got D, bro. Come on now. No. He showed it. He showed up.
Defense, bro. He just makes it up, bro.
Hey, what is that? What does that do for that Steph, though, now that you brought that up? Is Steph for you like a pantheon great? Like, where does he rank as far as like greatest point guards? Do you have him up there now that he won? You gotta he done planted his roses where you can smell them now. You gotta give him his credit. Yeah.
You gotta give him his credit. Now he definitely up there. You gotta give him top 10 at least.
Is he the second greatest point guard of all time now?
Easily.
Oh, I was the greatest. That's a lot.
I said second.
No, he said the second greatest.
Oh, the second greatest next to who? Who you got number one?
Magic.
Magic, you put him over Isaiah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well, I mean, I think legacy, plays a huge role in it, and like kind of like what the championships you win, because it's a different thing if you're just talking about skill, right? Because I put like Allen Iverson is like pound for pound the greatest point guard I've seen, but he didn't win, so it's tough.
Yeah, I think people analyze basketball in two different ways too. They look at just skill and talent and shooting and all that. I'll look at just pure heart and what you're gonna do at the end of the game, and you know what I'm saying, how you really hooping. Because some people can just be chasing stats. You really ain't bringing on that end of that final moment. So I say you got to think about them clutch moments and when it's time to win, and where that pressure on on their neck.
So Isaiah's your greatest point guard?
Who?
Did you say Isaiah?
No, Magic.
Magic's number one? Okay.
Magic for sure.
And then you got
Magic.
Isaiah up there?
Magic, Isaiah.
But is Steph in
Parker.
that? Steph in that? Yeah. Tony Parker's underrated, man. No one really talks about him.
Man, Tony Parker was real. Tony Parker was real. And he coming through in the cluch.
Right. He would make shots that just, change games.
Yes. Tony Parker. Tony Parker. He was legit.
He was legit. Huh? I'm sorry, but I can't. Like, we gotta. Steph was like one of the only unanimous MVPs, 2-time MVP, 4-time champion, got the Finals MVP. Like, we really have to stop. Like,
oh yeah, he's second for me, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
You think about his credentials. It's only what 3 other players or 4 other players that got those same credentials. That's Jordan, LeBron, Magic, and
none of them were his size either. It's crazy that he's done it in a completely different way than any of those.
Yeah, he like 6'1". He ain't even tall. I mean, you got to give him his credit. He top 5 for sure. But I just that.
You got your. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, that's a lot saying he just his career just gonna all be said and done just better than Isaiah's.
All right, Mike, be the argument settler. Does this look like? Does this make Kevin Durant look like shit now that he left and the Warriors go back and win again?
Man, Draymond ran KD up out of there, man. Draymond ran that man up out of Golden State, man. Now they saying, man, we don't even need you, bro. And that stuff Draymond was talking, it just came true. Like, bro, you tripping. All that little stuff he was talking when he ran that man up out of there and got a ring. It definitely made KD look a little.
That's what I'm talking about. I like Mike.
Nah, see,
but the same thing. You got to give KD his cherries too. That man, he real.
Oh yeah, like, I think he's one of the best players in the league for sure.
See, I don't think it makes the KD look bad. I honestly don't, because you take KD off that squad, and let's say you put back like Harrison Barnes on that team that they traded him for. Like,
I mean, they
I don't know if they went. I don't know.
Winning. That's the key word. I don't know. They're still championship caliber.
They still had a legitimate chance. They did it without him before. The only thing that chance he can't. You don't think he would have went? They still would have went. That was a whole dynasty.
They went to 7 games with that Houston team with KD on there. If it weren't for KD, they wouldn't have made it past.
Man, look, but they still won it the year before. Then they won it the year before they got there.
2 years before.
They didn't win. That's when they lost that 3. They lost 3-1 to the Cavs that year before he got there.
I don't think it would have made no difference. I mean, it gave him a little boost, but I don't think it would have.
That wasn't no little boost. That team became unstoppable.
They won more games. They won more games and throughout the regular season without KD.
And they lost in the finals.
I mean, be like that sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. Like that Houston team with Chris Paul and James Harden, that was a tough ass team, bro.
It was.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough.
Who was it? They had who was the center that he played for the Hawks now?
Capella.
Yeah, Capella. Like
Eric
that team.
Gordon
Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
That team was tough.
They was real. They was tough. I really think if they would have let Chris Paul go to the Lakers with Kobe. That would have been a tough. I don't know why they hated on that.
I don't know why I don't understand how that trade got blocked, bro.
Has that ever happened?
How you gonna block that? Like you blocked it?
I don't understand how that got blocked.
I've never.
LeBron and Chris Paul. I mean, Dwayne Wade and all them get together, but they gonna block that? That's crazy.
Right.
I didn't even know they were allowed to do that. Like I don't even know what they're
right. I don't think anybody did. Before that, bro.
That's crazy. Like, no, we're gonna block this trade. Y'all a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? That was a surprise.
So, Mike, I got a question for you, kind of getting back to your career. I know that you said that you're doing the AAU coaching. Do you think you'd ever get into coaching maybe at like a high school or collegiate level?
I don't know, to be honest. I really couldn't answer that.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of different, like coaching, because what age do you coach?
I coach 15 under.
Because those are like formative years, whereas like when you're coaching like college, those are more like young adults, you know. So it's a whole
young
different
men
thing.
know the game already. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I don't know. I don't.
Life
I
could
can
take
see
it
you
in.
doing it, to be honest with you, bro.
Huh?
I said I can see you doing it. Maybe, and I don't know if you would probably want to get at that collegiate level. I think because that's just you dealing with a different breed of like just athletes and attitudes.
But
But I
that's
think
cool
at
though,
that
because
collegiate level,
that's cool. They can, man, attitude. That's just a part of basketball. I mean, I could deal with all
true,
that. Then I feel like
yeah,
I'd be a player coach. You know what I'm saying? I'd be reachable to the players. It wouldn't just be like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be strict and the guys be talking back. Yeah, we're gonna have our discussions. We're gonna have our, you know what I'm
right,
saying, our battles on that court. I think I'd be cool on the collegiate level because I understand they grown man, they're gonna get talked to. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like a grown
yeah.
man, I don't want to have to be baby and dealing with a lot of emotions. But it's I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can see you doing it, bro. I ain't gonna tell you. I think I can see you definitely doing it, Mike, bro.
Yeah. Maybe so, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so in the future. But right now I'm just chilling. Just enjoying this time with my daughter, man.
Yeah,
That's
for
awesome.
sure. Got to.
Do you do a lot of traveling with your AAU squad?
Nope, we don't. Well, you just got into it, so I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to get into all that and do all that. For right now, I'm just building for real.
Nice.
Build. I want to see kids, you know what I'm saying, do more than just basketball, all types of stuff. So I really haven't tapped into like the big tournaments and how we do this and how I do that. But we gonna get there.
Nice.
We gonna get there.
I love it.
Now, so as far as going into getting back to the NBA and kind of going into next season, so is it? I know that right now the money line is that they have the Warriors kind of as the favorite. Do you kind of still think that, or like, do you think some of these teams retooled is really more like the favorite kind of going in?
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna have some problems. I think Phoenix Suns gonna revamp. I think Milwaukee gonna be better. I think Denver gonna be a hell of a team. I think they're gonna. I definitely think so. And then you still can't count LeBron. Now, I don't care what's going on. You still can't count him out. They a couple pieces away from being right back where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't necessarily put them at the favorite. I say they still got some work to do for sure.
They need a piece removed before they can get back to the
Yeah.
I'll say this though, Mo, is Golden State, they're the favorites right now.
Yeah, they're the money line favorites.
If they win next year, Kevin Durant should retire if they win next year. Okay?
You think
Hold on, you getting a little aggressive.
You think it's that bad?
Like, he gotta retire, bro. That's aggressive as hell.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. He was dealing with that's still my man, bro. He was dealing with a lot too, man. They wouldn't let Kyrie play half the season, all types of stuff going on.
Oh, definitely.
They're a piece away too from being legit.
Yeah.
They just need some size, bro. Like they get some wing size.
Yeah.
And then I think that like that if they can get that addition to Ben Simmons to really work out.
Oh, I forgot he ain't even.
Yeah, right.
Like
me too. Like what's going on with him? He got back surgery?
Yeah, he had the back surgery and everything. So I think like, bro, that team, if they can make that work, like they have the pieces are there. They just like I said, they just need a little bit of size. The pieces are there, especially if you think about adding Ben Simmons.
The pieces definitely there. They get him a nice little. Well, Claxton good. I like how he playing, but they get him one little solid low post player. I think they're gonna be all right. And just one more wing.
Right. Is Seth Curry still there?
Yeah, Seth is still
So
there.
yeah, if they can get like athletic big, that's starting five is like rounded out.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, they're gonna have some problems because you got Kyrie, you can put Seth there. They got Ben Simmons still. They get KD and another little straight big. That's gonna be decent.
The team is gonna be filthy.
Who,
I think the team. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking about it now since like it was like, who's the best player in the world right now? Like, is that Steph again? Now that he just won.
Man, he just won.
That's what I'm saying. Because I was just thinking Giannis, and then like I'm thinking about it. We're talking about the finals. I'm like, okay, is Steph the best player now? Like, how's that work?
And he couldn't be contained. So you got to give him his credit, bro.
I'm kind of with you, man. Like I'm a big believer in
He
that.
couldn't be contained. They had
Okay.
16 to try to figure him out, bro. They couldn't figure it out.
Okay, okay. Y'all, come on now.
He just
Come on.
won.
He the best player in the league.
I'm not saying like he beat everyone one-on-one or he's the best like all-around player, but like
he's definitely the most valuable player, bro, in the league. He done won a couple of those games by himself.
Who was it for
By
you?
himself,
Y'all, bruh.
LeBron ain't do that.
Some of these players.
KD couldn't do that. Kyrie couldn't do that.
KD don't have the supporting cast that the Warriors have.
KD's had enough support for the rest of his life. KD doesn't need no more support.
So that game, Steph had 43. He had support that game.
He had to have. Hell, KD that last game when they got swept, KD had 39. Ain't nobody else do anything. Like he legit outside of Kyrie having like that 40-point game in that game one. No one did really anything. Is
KD the best player in the world for you?
I think KD the best player though, for real.
Yeah, I think like skill wise.
Steph is the most valuable player to me, and the most skilled and the best player in the world got to be KD.
I'm gonna go with Giannis.
Got to give it to KD.
Giannis is up there.
I think for me it's Giannis.
Right, Giannis. Yeah, Giannis.
Because I think the thing with Giannis is that there's one thing that I think KD definitely scores the ball better. Well, I shouldn't say score. He shoots the ball better.
He's not a very good driver of the basketball. Like at least
KD's not a good driver of the basketball. Giannis definitely is, but Giannis dwarfs KD when it comes to defense.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny having these conversations and like not even talking about LeBron. I know I said that to you before, Mo, but it's just like weird. Like he's so weird.
I mean, it's not LeBron
is a great person. LeBron is a great person. Just overall, all the things he's been through, bro, he's just a great person. He ain't never been in no trouble. But as far as just being the best in the world, bro, I can't give it to him.
No, not right now.
But the man damn near 40, bro.
Yeah.
And you still got to put him at the bare minimum. You're going to put him top 10, but I would say most people probably put him top 5.
Like ever?
Oh, ever. He's got to be top
ever?
2.
Are you talking about ever or just in the league?
Just in the league right now, top 5. You put him in top 5 or not?
Hell yeah. I'm top 3. He tough. Don't get me wrong, but he's not the best. He's not the best. He's not a problem.
He's not the best.
Nobody is scared of him. And at the end of the game, passing the ball. So that tells me that he's a little bit nervous at the end of the game. Some dog like Giannis, he's shooting 3. He can't shoot 3. He gonna shoot a 3 though.
You're not wrong. I was kind of
shoot the ball, bro. Like, no, put this game on me. Steph is shooting the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
KD is shooting the ball. Kyrie even shooting the ball. LeBron is not shooting that ball, bro.
Yeah. I will say this, though. I was getting kind of pissed. It was like Jeff Van Gundy and some other people on like SportsCenter, ESPN saying like throughout the finals, they kept comparing Steph right now to like LeBron's 2018 and not having any help. And I was like, if you don't get out of here with that, like that is not the same thing at all. It's like, what?
You can't do that at all.
I don't like that. Like, I think that's a really good team. I don't know why people are like Steph had games where he had to carry him for sure, but like that Warriors team is just a great, well-rounded, like defensive, good ball movement. They got multiple scorers. Like LeBron had no one on that Cavs team in 2018.
You know what baffles me about that team is that like everybody knows that their weakness is they don't have size.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't for some reason teams cannot take advantage of it.
Because they're such good shooters.
Yeah, with Golden State, like you know that they're weak on the inside. They are tiny. But for some reason, teams can't find a way to take advantage of it.
That's because in the game of basketball, bro, it's more than just trying to just pull somebody. Then they got a lot of heart, bro. And you get a coach that got a hell of a system, defensive schemes and offensive good. Come on, man, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, they got a bunch of good versatile defenders like Wiggins and Draymond.
And they battle tested. They battle tested already. You can't put that past them boys. And it ain't always about size in basketball, bro.
It's becoming less about
Steph is letting us know that it ain't about size.
That's right.
For sure.
That's right.
And think about their biggest guy was what? Draymond Green most of the time.
Yeah.
He got
him or Looney. Yeah, him or Looney.
Yeah.
But as far as just playing throughout the whole game, Draymond, they go too big. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy. He out there, Charles Barkley, without no offensive game.
Bruh. Hold on. That tweet that his mom put out talking about something. Don't ask me what's wrong with Drake because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, hey,
Like,
Drake, he was tripping, bro. And that's another thing I told Tez. I said, man, Draymond ain't had a good game yet, bro. So think about if he had a good game, they gonna be through.
Yeah, he doesn't really score, man. Like, I mean, like, even back in the day, he used to put up some game. Like, I remember Game 7 of, like, those 2016 finals. He had, like, 25 points. Like, he'd have those games back in the day. But, like, now it just seems like he's very much like a 10-point-a-game scorer, and that's, like, where he's at.
That goes to show you that scoring ain't the most important thing on the basketball court.
He's a defender, facilitator.
Facilitate, to set the team up. He gonna get the rebounds. He gonna do all the little dirty stuff. Don't nobody want to do. Draymond doing.
Right. He's the glue guy.
I think the thing is, like, for Draymond, it's not him scoring. If Draymond can get you like 8 and 8, probably like just keep it around like 8 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond done did what the hell he had to do, bro.
Facts.
You got out of him. You got what you needed out of him.
Well, yeah. Why you need him to score if you got Clay and Steph willing to score, and you got Poole underrated too. Poole gonna be
he emerged this year.
I wonder how much that team is staying there. Are there any free agents? Do you know, Mo, or is that all?
Yeah. So Looney's a free agent. Wiggins has a player option. And I think also Gary Payton too. Okay. I think Gary Payton got an option, or is a free agent.
Well, they should be able to bring that squad back.
They got to come with that bag though for Gary for Payton.
Oh yeah, he earned that. The thing that's gonna be interesting is how they integrate Wiseman next year.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Forgot about him.
Oh my goodness, they're gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Like they are, but it's how they gonna integrate him into that scope. Like, do you bring him off the bench and still start Looney? Like,
no, Looney not gonna start. Wiseman gonna start.
You think so?
Yeah, come on, Wiseman's too young and athletic, and it's gonna be a lot.
And that was one thing that surprised me with Kerr is that he really play them young guys, bro. He didn't play Kuminga, he didn't play Moody, he didn't really play them guys, and that really shocked me, to be honest with you.
Cause he that confident. That shows how confident he is as a coach. He like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm about to take care of this. And he mixed and matched the right pieces,
bro. Like he was playing Bielitsa, and Bielitsa. Hey, at one point, did he strip the ball from Tatum twice? Like back-to-back possession.
Mic'd him.
I was like, what the hell is going on?
He mic'd him.
I was like, oh shit, what is going on, bro?
They got some pieces over there, bro.
They do. Do you guys think Clay is going to be even better next year? Because to me, he still doesn't seem like the same Clay.
No, he's not Clay, but he gonna be back. This is his first year back. He gonna watch. He gonna put a lot of work in over the summer. I think he gonna be back to normal next year.
Bro, he had me dead talking about holy cannoli. Like, bro, what are you talking about during that? Like when he was doing that, when they were presenting the trophies and everything, he was talking to Lisa Salters. He was like, bro, just holy cannoli. Like, what are you talking? Clay got to be the whitest black person.
But did you see him shitting on Jaren Jackson in the post press conference?
Oh, they was clowning. They was clowning, bro. Jaren Jackson, Steph talking about Kendrick Perkins and them throwing up this. Like they were clowning, bro. And
but why not though?
They have the
exactly.
Right, bro. Why not?
Yeah.
Like people talk about how like during the Last Dance and how Jordan would like make up shit about people like just so he can have that edge. Like basketball players, that's what you talk shit about them, they're gonna remember it, bro. Mm-hmm. That stuff that when Kendrick Perkins and them throw that up, that was from 3 years ago.
Dude.
Talking about they not coming back, or it was 2 years ago. They're like they not gonna ever win the championship again. That was 2 years ago. They ain't forget that shit, bro.
Why not, bro? I probably would have did the same thing.
Me
worse.
Too, man. I'm happy, especially for Steph. That's got to be Steph's most like meaningful ring that he's gotten. You know, the first one's probably great.
Tell just from the emotions he had.
Right.
Yeah, think about how underrated he is. He don't never get his credit, bro. All they talk about is how good of a shooter he is. No, he a hell of a player, man.
Bro, like his handles is right up there with Kyrie.
Yeah, he has great handles.
Right? Sure. Like, and then I think he's underrated, especially as just a finisher. Like people really sleep on how good he is getting to the rack and finishing, especially at his size.
And then he a closer. He just all around. He just all around hoop. He just hoop.
He is, man. I'm with you. I feel like he's been disrespected for a while. Even when they won the first
Very
ring, like I love Iggy and he made a good impact on that series, but like Steph should have won MVP for the first ring too. I'm not giving Iggy an MVP for holding LeBron to 35 fucking points in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, because Curry had what was he? He averaged like 25 that series.
Who?
Curry did that for
Yeah, like 25, 27. Yeah, he should have won.
Every time he played, Curry is a problem. He's a problem every time he steps on the floor.
Yeah.
He keep proving it and proving it and proving. He still don't get his credit. But.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Mike, because you said you knew that they were going to win those last. What was it that you were like, it's a wrap after this? Like, what was that turning point for where you saw it like, oh, it's a wrap now?
You could tell they just figured him out. It got at one point it was hard for them to score, and I'm telling you, the only go-to dude was Al Horford. Once you look for Al Horford to score, bro, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a problem. They done figured these guys out. They figured out Tatum. They figured out who to put on Tatum, when to double him, what to do with him, when to blitz him, all that. Smart is just he one of them players like, oh, we'll live with Smart hitting shots. Like, if you gonna die by Smart hitting threes, let's take that. We're gonna take our chance with that.
Right.
And Brown, he only gonna do so much. Brown gonna only do so much. He a hell of a player too, but he only gonna bring so much to the table. It was all on Tatum, and once they figured that out, and that was it. That was it to me. I was like, man, these guys got these dudes in the bag. In the bag.
I knew with Game 6, after Boston got out on that quick like 12-point lead, and then the Warriors like got it close. I was like, the series is over with. I knew as soon as they closed that gap, they weren't like they got back into it. I was like, they about to win this.
Yeah, that was it. Draymond hit that. Draymond was hooping. He hit that shot right before the end of the clock. I think that was the third quarter. I think it was the third quarter or the fourth. One of them, but he handled his business, and I was like, man, this game over. This whole series, though, Game 5, I said, man,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy how they won it. Yeah, just in Boston too, and just kind of like
took Boston. Look how hard Tatum had to work, and then they went away from what worked. What worked is when Tatum was facilitating. You know what I'm saying? That worked. Now that worked when he was attacking more of a point guard. That's when there was a problem. But I'm like, man, he gonna try to score. He gonna try to do too much.
Yeah,
he gonna try to do too much, and that see what happened.
And he couldn't, man. But before that, like before the finals, he was just like wet. I mean, he was just dropping 40 on like everyone. Like it was crazy. It just was a different dude.
You couldn't guard him. But once you get a good defensive scheme, bro, I'm telling you that'll work against anybody.
Yeah, because they were showing clips of this on the Get Up where this scheme was so perfect, bro.
Yeah,
it was because Tatum, he squares you up. Jab steps, and then he'll dribble to try to kind of spin back. And as soon as he went to go spin, they were there.
Like
when you get a chance to study a person, bro, if you ain't Jordan, that you're gonna be it's gonna be hard for you. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be hard. If you just relying on the moves you work on in the gym, that's not gonna work. Yeah. They're gonna see that. Oh, he want to do a jab and go right and pull up. That's not gonna work, bro.
No.
And I thought it made a lot of sense that the Warriors, because at some point, I think it was probably like Game 3 where they put Draymond on Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm. And that's hard because Draymond gonna talk. He gonna talk, and Jaylen Brown don't want to deal with nobody talking to him. No, come on, 48 minutes, bro. You could tell, bro.
But like just Draymond, and you don't expect somebody like Draymond to be able to he's a heavier guy, but they about the same size. Mm-hmm. But like Draymond really was Brown was struggling when Draymond was on, bro.
But Brown still had a hell of a series though. Brown.
Oh yeah.
I like Brown.
Oh yeah.
Mike, so a lot of these players that like Bron, even KD's getting older, even Steph and them, they're in like their 30s. Is there any of these like younger stars that you're like really excited to see kind of like take the league over?
Ja. Morant. Bro, he a problem.
He is, man.
Ja, Poole gonna be a problem.
You like Luka?
My thing with Poole, bro. You said who a problem?
Luka,
big ass problem.
They just got Wood. Did you see that? Christian Wood.
I did see they just picked up Christian Wood from Houston.
Wow.
That'll be nice.
My man's from Sacramento gonna be a problem with David Mitchell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a couple young guys that's gonna be really a problem.
So my thing with Poole is the game is there. I just need him to slow down.
But you gotta
It
think
seemed like
that he gonna be like, no, go ahead. What you about to say?
I just think that like at times he gets rushed into his moves. Like, and you see players like Steph where like you're not rushing him. Kyrie, you're not rushing him into their stuff. Where I think Poole gets rushed into things where he ends up taking bad shots or dribbling too much.
He's still young though.
He only like 22. So
yeah, at one point in time, Steph was moving too fast. Kyrie was moving too fast. KD was moving too fast.
Like, so I like Luka, bro. That boy's like 5 miles an hour. Like I don't care what.
Luka ain't phased on none of that. Luka, like, man, y'all really can't guard me.
No.
So the thing with Luka is that actually Dallas plays better when he moves faster though.
Yeah,
like the pace of them too, it just move. They play at a much better pace when he.
Well, because it gets him out of rhythm when he's moving so slow.
Yeah, because like he's so ball dominant, he likes to slow down and everything because he know 1-on-1 you're not gonna stop me.
They need a better system over there so he not dominating the ball so much, and it's just too slow. It looks like they going 7. Like you can't approach a game like y'all just playing in the gym. You know, pick up ball. That's how they play. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna work.
So, Mike, as far as getting back to you and your career, so I know that you enjoying life with your wife and with your daughter and everything. What's next?
Business, man. I really want to be more in tune though with my family, bro. To be honest, my family and try to give back as much as I can. I'm really more in tune with that. Then as far as my business wise, I just want to be an outlet for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can get a good paying job and doing all that. So I'm just working really hard on just trying to be that outlet and be that provider that I know I can be. You know what I'm saying? Because trucking, anybody could do trucking, man. So if once I get my company to the right level, I'm gonna be that outlet for people like, bro, I need a job, or something ain't going right, or I'll be able to do that. Even when I'm getting into real estate, I just want to be an outreach and try to teach people and even the kids financial literacy, all that type of stuff. I want to be that outreach. Like, what's the point of having all this information if you don't give it out? You know what I'm saying? So
I was just talking with somebody. I was just talking with somebody around, how many times do you see, especially with people where we grew up at, right? Where somebody ended up passing away and they got to do a GoFundMe or they over here selling plates and stuff like that, right? And it's like, we need to get educated on like life insurance policies and everything. So that way we're not having to, like, I remember I had a family member that passed away and they were going around asking the family members to give like $400 for the funeral. Like, I don't want to, we, especially as just like Black and brown individuals, we got to get out of this space where we are having to pay for things that there's things that's available that can do it. Now, granted, life insurance policies are not some of them aren't the most affordable thing for some individuals, especially with just the health complications that, most Black individuals have and everything. But we got to get educated in that space to kind of help us get out of that, this just continuous cycle.
Yeah, that's all it is a continuous cycle.
Yeah.
Continuous cycle of just us not knowing it. Then, you know what I'm saying, the only really the Black and brown community, we the only ones taking the real hit from it. Because not knowing it. Then, you know what I'm saying, we against each other, all this crime and all this type of stuff, and we the ones be asked out at the end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even the whole world in general, I think, could be better, but I think Black and brown people, they got to deal with it a lot more than the average human.
For sure.
I think it starts with what you said, though, man. Like, you just want to be like a positive impact on the world and your community. You know what I mean? If more people thought like that, would, like, the world would be a way better place. But everyone's out for themselves,
Yeah, that's greedy. That's a greedy, and that's an effed up mindset, man. I think everybody, man, I want to be an outreach. I don't care if it's what kind of race you is. I just want to be an outlet. I want to be that voice. You know what I'm saying, for people.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm gonna work towards.
Right.
All this other stuff, man, it really ain't. You know what I'm saying? Traveled all over the world, and what's the good is that if people at home starving? You know what I'm saying? So I really ain't feel good. I mean, I feel good for individually accomplishment. That was cool, but you know what I'm saying? Family still living in the hood, all that type of stuff that matters to me. So I'm saying, no, I got to do something more that's gonna bring the type of income and the type of, you know what I'm saying, generational wealth out here, so I can provide for my family and be there for the ones up under me. 'Cause I want to see a change, bro. I hate the crab in the bucket mentality. No, man, help your brother. No matter what race it is or how it's gonna be, just, you know what I'm saying. I want to be that extended hand. Just all, you know what I'm saying, be said and done.
That's when you just know that you reached a level of like just maturity in adulthood, where you know that like you have an opportunity, knowing that the privilege that you have, that you can start to be that resource to kind of help somebody else out. You know what I mean? That's just huge. So as far as, you know, knowing the career that you have from a basketball standpoint, and I know that you're coaching your 15U team. What's your message to like these young players that, you know, want to get to a certain level, right? That want to get to playing at a graduate level or playing at a professional level. What's that message? What do you like tell people?
We talking just sports?
Life. It could be sports. It could be life. What do you tell?
Message is, man, basketball is more than a game. You know what I'm saying? If you even if you go to work, you got to show up every day. You got to be a harder. If you want to get that promotion, you got to be the hardest worker out there. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want your business to be great, you got to put that effort in every day. And I approached basketball like that was really just a gateway. You know what I'm saying? With being tuned with that, knowing I had to work hard if I wanted to play. If not, then I was gonna sit on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Then I ain't cool with just being average. So them hours that people was on the game or doing all the stuff in the streets, I was in the gym. So my message is just to stay focused, man, and be more than a statistic, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's life is more than life, and then life is more than basketball.
Yeah,
life is more than basketball, man. It's way more out there, bro. It's way more out there. I was just telling kids to stay focused, man. Stay hungry, be positive, and don't get sucked in. Don't get sucked in. Especially our coach, like you said, they look at the little babies and everybody with these chains and all that, but don't nobody really talk about Elon Musk. A lot of kids don't even know who that is. He's one of the richest men in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk and the Ford family, and I look at stuff like that. That's where my mind goes. I want kids to understand it's more out there than just rap and sports, bro.
I think the thing too, Mike, is that your life up to this point can even be used as just like it's super inspirational, because you look at the fact that like you use basketball as a tool, right, to get you to a certain standpoint, right, to where now like you've had an opportunity to go and travel the world, but now you're able to give back, right? Like you said, you got your business, you got the basketball, like, and I think a lot of people understand that like basketball is a great opportunity for you to use as a tool to kind of get you to some of those more aspirational things, to make those generational or break those generational curses that a lot of individuals that are in the sport get caught up in.
Yeah. And then the truth, man, the all around truth about it, bro, is that everybody ain't gonna play in the league. Everybody ain't gonna Everybody ain't gonna be a trotter, and everybody ain't gonna play overseas. And you know what I'm saying? You spend your whole life trying to work on. You spend your whole life trying to get to the league, and it don't happen. Then what? You don't have no plan B. Then you be out here, you know what I'm saying, in a messed up situation. Like God forbid, you be out here looking like Delonte West, and that's a sad story because he didn't have. That tells me that he didn't have no other outlook. And he was that good of a ball. He was just that good of a ball player to get him to a certain level. But in life, he didn't have no other outreach, and that's a lot. Like mental health is serious, and I don't want kids to just think like basketball is just gonna be that cure, or football. You know what I'm saying? Rapping, no, bro. It's more than that, bro. Like life is you mess around and go 50 years and look up like, damn, all I did was try to get to the league. That's messed up. You can be successful without hooping. Look at Elon, like you said, look at Elon Musk or some of them big corporate guys, and I was like talking to my brother, like, look at the guys in the top 10 in the Forbes list. You don't even know who that is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know who the guy top 10 is, Forbes list.
Yeah.
But we chasing the chains and all that. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Right. That fake rich stuff doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
like,
That's
what-
more just
like,
like a
what's that?
facade.
Yeah, facade, and just we the ones be taking a hit. That should be crazy. So I just want to, you know what I'm saying, just be a different outlook, bro. That's it.
Mhm. Well, Mike, man, this has been fun. I really enjoyed this, man.
It was
I
dope.
appreciate you coming on, just chopping it up with us, hearing, about your career and your story, talking about the finals, man. I really appreciated this. I know
Yeah,
it's
man.
been a while for us to get you on here, but this was worth it, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate y'all, man, for having me.
Yep. Much
Shout out,
love.
bro.
Thank you,
Already.
man. All right,
All
you guys
right.
have a good one, all right?
All right, no
Peace.
doubt.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.